Just Firefox then. Hey, Dolly. Hey, Atman. Hey, J-Dot. Hey, Sticka. Hey, Misty Moo. Hey, Chibi. Nice to have you here, Chibi. Hey, Tangerine. Hey, Veiled Future. Sunshine Granny. Soft Reset. S. Honey Muffin. Karen. Tori. Debonair. Churgers. In the Bible? Yeah. Hey, Hamburger Eyes. Hey, Elizabeth. Hey, Angel. Hey, Seal. Hey, Janet. Hey, Rara. Hey, Lisa. Hey, Elizabeth. Hey, Kelly. How are the cats? They're okay. Hey, Killface. Tori. Yeah. Surviving. Made myself some hot dogs for supper. I had hot dogs for supper. Hey, Leon. Fair enough, Leon. Soft Reset. No, this is me distracting from American politics, Soft Reset. Holly? Yeah. Same old. Hey, Holly. Hey, Alien Holly. Tangerine? Yeah, nothing new. Hey, Paneer. Because, yeah, American politics do tend to be pretty stressful. Hello. Yeah. I haven't heard anything about that yet, Lola, but homemade chicken soup. Sounds good, Janet. Oh, okay, cats. Hi, roses. I'm suddenly just kind of curious what's if there's any. Yeah. So yeah, not much news about it yet. Boo, SJM, boo. Remember, guys? Midterm elections. So, bunch of seats in the Senate. So there's a bunch of seats in the Senate. The entirety of the House of Representatives, governorships, and state legislatures, things like that. Hey, Dolly. Anunnaki. More accurately, if you impersonate Elon Musk, your account gets suspended. We'll see how long it takes for him to start suspending people who just make fun of him. He is a pretty thin-skinned dude. Nice, Veiled. He did. On a side note, you know what the newest thing with Twitter is? AMG. So here's the newest thing from Twitter apparently. In order to differentiate between, sort of the old style of verification and the new buy a checkmark thing, there's now going to be a little tag for official. So you're going to be able to put like official if you are as basically the new verified. Which means the whole buying blue checkmarks thing, completely fucking useless. Completely fucking pointless. Totally goddamn meaningless. It took him a week to realize, oh, that's what the verification was for. Elon Musk is an idiot who thought that the blue check mark was some sort of sign of status, like that it was a status symbol. And it's like, Dude, no, it was not a status symbol. Hey, Elizabeth. Here, Casey. Like, he thought it was a thoughts on Keffels. I mean, I don't really know much about Keffels. Hey, Hangry. Like, he's such an idiot. He thought the blue check marks were a status thing, and it's like, no, it means this person is exactly who they claim to be. It means that this is the official Stephen King Twitter account. Like he thought that Stephen King having a blue check mark was because Stephen King was, as like a status symbol. Oh, he's a blue check. But no, it just means this is actually Stephen King's official, actual Twitter feed. So if somebody else with the name of Stephen King follows you, you can rest assured it's not actually the real Stephen King. Yes. No plans on quitting Twitter right now. Exactly, Keepster. That's why Twitter wasn't charging for the blue check marks, is because it had nothing to do with status. It had everything to do with being able to say, this person is the actual real individual. So yeah, it's just, he's an idiot. Means that somebody couldn't. It means that someone couldn't create, say, a profile for Elon Musk and start saying all sorts of weird shit. Bowser? Well, no, I mean, some people find it stressful. I have a lint brush, Elizabeth, out in Chantel's room. I just never use it. Yeah, it's just like somebody could create a profile as Elon Musk and spread all sorts and like say all sorts of all sorts of feasible but false bullshit. The blue check meant that the real Elon Musk, could say, yeah, that's not me. Married with Children marathon. Good times. No cable, no political ads. Indeed. I will not be dressing as Santa Claus. Hey, Stephanie. I did used to really like Married with Children. I sort of got bored of it. I just sort of like my taste changed. My tastes shifted. Also, I got tired of the fat jokes, I think. South African. Yeah, grew up in apartheid where he was not the one being oppressed. What's funny, Elizabeth, I I used to catch myself like whenever I watch TV, I would just sort of sit like this. Not sure why. But like I was watching Married with Children once and sitting like this, and Al Bundy was sitting with his hand down his pants. I was like, oh, I'm sort of doing something similar to what he does. Yeah, just a weird little PS6. Oh, I'm not following any of them. I mean, like, I see shit on Twitter. So, like, I see shit like, about the Fetterman Oz race in Pennsylvania, for example. Spiderica? Yeah, because the truth is, it was mean-spirited humor about against the fat women. And like it was shitty. it was pretty shitty humor for that. But yeah, I mean, even today, fat jokes are pretty common. Dove Kitty. I just made myself some hot dogs, cheese enchiladas. Cool. Yeah. Um, yeah, 90s and into the 2000s. So, because I mean, like, South Park has always had a lot of mean spirited humor, I feel like. Hey, Roxanne. Aaron? I mean, depends. What I would note, Paneer, is that when your very existence is treated as a joke, it's hard to find it funny. Like, we'll continue using fat people. We'll continue using fat people as an example. um, when everything you like, when your entire life is treated as a joke, when everybody is constantly making fun of you and putting you down for being fat, when everything treats you as being inferior because of who you are, it's really fucking hard to find that shit funny. You know? Like, people talk about trans people not being able to take a joke. The issue is that trans people are treated as being inherently a joke for decades. For decades. Not always Spider Rico. Sometimes it is. Sometimes it's just genetic. Jamie Carpenter. I had hot dogs for dinner, and like, and here's the thing: the people who get accused of being too sensitive, oh, you're too sensitive. Those people generally tend to make jokes about themselves. You know, fat people make jokes about being fat, but that's different from other people making jokes about them being fat. I don't think Foster Farms now. So these people can take jokes. They laugh at themselves. They watch other people like them making jokes. You know, um, fat people tend to love fat comedians, but it's different when it's well, yeah, Dove Kitty, but it's different when it's a healthy. It's different when it's a healthy body person or when it's a thin person making those jokes. Like it's just uh I just put ketchup on them. So like it's different. It's different when it's thin people making jokes about fat people. Because that's then the joke is mean spirited. Then the joke is fat people are inherently funny because they're inferior. Like it's when it's a thin person making jokes about fat people, it's saying that fat people are inferior. That's the punchline. It's funny because they suck. It's putting people down. And that's just shitty. Back when gay jokes were a big thing. It wasn't that gay people were too sensitive about those jokes. What about skinny jokes? I mean, it's hard to make a skinny joke, and like it's genuinely hard to make a joke about thin people. Anorexics, yes. It's easy to make jokes about anorexics, and that is also wrong. Hey, alien tourist. Like, it's wrong to make jokes about anorexic people because that's an eating disorder. It's a serious thing. Yeah. But just regular people, just people who just are just thin. You can't make jokes about them because what's the punchline at that point? you know, like what is the punchline that you make about a thin person? And beyond that, society treats being thin as good. I've not seen Tusk now. What jokes are acceptable? First of all, jokes are not, I would disagree that they are by definition about uncomfortable truths. Sometimes they're just weird humor. Like sometimes it's just a weird joke, Um, yeah. I've found jokes that are absolutely fucking hilarious that are not in any way about trying to be uncomfortable. And by the way, uh, why did the chicken cross the road? To get to the other side. Why did the chicken cross the park? To get to the other slide. Why did the chicken, like, those jokes? They're they're old. Like, chicken jokes, they don't get laughs because of how old they are, but they are well formulated jokes. Hey, VAC. Okay. All right. Good luck, Killface. Um, yeah, there's absurdity. Absurdity is funny. But hey, mid snaps. Um, absurd humor is a cat. Yeah, and it's still funny. But yeah, I have laughed my ass off at jokes that were in no way uncomfortable truths. Sometimes it's just absurd humor. Sometimes it's not uncomfortable truth. It's just something you never think about. It's just absurd humor. Yeah, Kids in the Hall was hilarious. And some of the funniest Kids in the Hall skits were not about uncomfortable truths. Um, so yeah, but my point is, humor is not humor does not necessarily have to be about uncomfortable truths. Sometimes it is. Sometimes, yeah, sometimes humor is pointing out uncomfortable truths about society and shit. Where's Sam? Not sure where Sam is. So yeah, sometimes it is uncomfortable truths, but I have to look at the spirit of the joke, which is a big thing for me. VAC, cat love. Thank you very much, VAC. No, he didn't escape. He's probably sleeping in Chantel's room, would be my guess. Um, yeah, to go back to the Kids in the Hall, what do I think of Dave Chappelle? Eh. I never really watched much of his stuff. Yeah, to go back to Kids in the Hall, one of the bits that stuck with me was a skit where Scott Thompson walked on screen, and then above his head was the F slur. Bear in mind, Scott Thompson's gay. He has F slur privileges. So like he was trying to figure out why people hate gay people, and he decided that it had something to do with the word. And he went through letter by letter. F? No, it can't be F, because F stands for fun. I'll bet it's those naughty double G's. No, that can't be true. Everybody loves twins. I love those double mint commercials. Like, it was weird and vaguely uncomfortable. Kelly, I've been trying to stretch them out, so I've been trying to make it last like 3 days, or no, maybe 2.5, maybe 2 days per can. But anyway, yeah. So like it was, uncomfortable humor. And so yeah, sometimes that is what you need to do. But I disagree that I disagree that comedy is inherently about uncomfortable truths or speaking truth to power or anything like that. I disagree that it's inherently about that. It can be, absolutely it can be, but it doesn't have to be. Monty Python, yeah, Monty Python was great. And it was a mix of absurd and a mix of absurd and political. Write a book? How's that? No, Anunnaki. There's still plenty of jokes that do. There's still plenty of shows that do raunchy jokes. South Park's obviously the biggest of them. Double mint twins made me realize I like girls and blondes. New God of War. I've never played any of the God of War games, Jones. So I've not made a throwaway email. I probably should actually. All right, Veiled. That's funny. That's funny, Veiled. Habibi, I had hot dogs. All right. Zozo it is. We'll see, Rico. She's been getting a lot of views, I think. Obviously, she's not getting super chats, but she's been getting a lot of views, I'm pretty sure. Like Velvet? Meh. Moment to moment. Zach, I don't give a shit. What do I care if they were kosher or not? I'm not Muslim or Jewish. Spider Rica. Could never order hot ketchup on hot dogs in Chicago. Guess I won't get hot dogs in Chicago then, Rico. Zombie, my beard grows fast. Yeah. Tried watching the old commercials on YouTube, especially the band ones. Yeah, there's some fun commercials. Zozo, I do love mythology. Thanks, End of Summer. Final viewing? No, I don't talk to any friends from high school. I don't keep in touch with anybody. Yeah. 2 more days for Black Panther. Yeah. I hope people enjoy it at least. Okay. All right. Bye, Reset. Get my steak? No. Nah, I'm probably not going to have steak for a while. see how much I get in my pay this month. Got a couple weeks before I get paid. Shit, I do have a couple weeks before I get paid. Ugh. It's only the 8th? Ugh. Making it okay? Yeah, surviving. Zozo, my zodiac sign, I am an Aquarius. Not that I believe in it. How's my dinner I cooked? I mean, it was just hot dogs boiled. It was, they were fine. Where am I moving? Nowhere, no plans to move. Do I know what I want to make next? I haven't really decided. I want to do pork chops. No, Jennifer, I didn't get. I never heard back, and it's been over a week, so I'm guessing I probably didn't get the job. And I do also want to make a stew. I need to get some. I need to get the right kind of beef for that, and I need to get pork chops if I'm going to have pork chops. So, new roomie? No. Stuff. I don't know that I'd want stuffed pork chops, honestly. Last concert I've been to? Oh, I don't even remember what the last concert I went to would have been. Maybe Heartless Bastards in Montreal. Maybe. Yeah. Probably would have been Heartless Bastards in Montreal, and that was like 15 years ago. Okay. Like the only meat I've got left is just in the freezer. I've got one tube of ground beef left in the freezer. Do I like chops in a sauce? Not. I don't generally do sauces. Sauces generally aren't something that I'm keen on. Who's feeding me? I am. Hey, Jessica. I've ever gone to a hockey game. Yeah. I used to go to hockey games once in a while. 12:30. Should I go to bed? I don't know. Depends what time you have to get up tomorrow. Final viewing. While I go grocery. I'll probably order some stuff tomorrow. Like I'll order some groceries tomorrow. Walking tour. Oh no, Snooner. That is not something. Ottawa. You don't do walking tours of Ottawa. Ottawa is not a good city for that. Mouse, doesn't make that much of a difference to me having the place to myself, honestly. Just spent $400 at the dentist. Oof. That sucks. Can I go to the store? Yeah, but it's show downtown Ottawa. 9-foot Ninja Cat. Hi, hello, 9-foot Ninja Cat. Thank you very much. Hearts in the chat for Ninja Cat. I suppose I guess it probably depends on what part of the city you're in, Jennifer. Ottawa, some of the best walking tours in Canada. I suppose probably like certain parts of Ottawa have good walking tours, but it's looking that way. Veiled, gonna be a good. Yeah, I've been downtown. Not often. I haven't been downtown very often. Yeah, grocery delivery is what I usually do. That is, a little bit more expensive. It's more expensive than picking it up myself, but it's like I think there's like a $10 delivery fee. Live next to the store. If I lived next to the store, I would probably walk, but it's if it was only a 5-minute walk, I'd do it, but 15 minutes is just plus tip. Oh, that's true. Yeah, plus tip. I don't even remember that theory, Zozo. My theory of the movie Joker. I said I don't think that was actually true. Oh no. Zozo, it's not a theory. It's like this is something the director has said. He did not. He was not making a Joker movie. He was making Raging Bull. Like he was making a different movie. In order to get it made, he pitched it as Joker. Like he made a Joker movie because he made it the Joker so that he could get it made. Like that was the thing. And that's something he's admitted to. Like the director admitted that you know when he was coming up with it, he didn't envision it as being about like he wasn't writing a movie about the Joker. He was writing a movie that was about violence and shit like that. He was writing or Taxi Driver. He was writing Taxi Driver, basically. Like that was sort of like what he was trying to go for. He was doing, the guy who made Joker, he made Taxi Driver, or he came up with Taxi Driver, and then he went to Warner and was like, "Hey, I have an idea for a Joker movie," but he only made it the Joker so that he could get it made. In the U.S., it is Rub One Out. That's fair, zombie. And honestly, it kind of sucks that the guy felt that that was the best way to get his movie made was to make it was to try to tie it into superhero shit. Because, like, come on, man, let people make. Hey, Joe, let people make other types of movies. But everything's got to be. She was just on my lap 5 minutes ago, Jennifer. I don't know. It just bugs me that like everything has to be franchised now. There, proof of life of Casey. She's in there. Casey's in the house. Or like Lady Gaga's kind of. I mean, I'm fine with that. It's she could be dead in there. I won't be. I'm not that lucky, Jessica. I am not so lucky that she could be dead in there. Yeah, like a super like Joker being a musical. Sure, why not? I'm totally fine with that. I mean, fuck it, like have fun with it. I am still angry. Like I am so disappointed that we won't get New Mutants 2 doing an adaptation of New Mutants Annual. I honestly think that like that would have been amazing. Like like that would have been like the most incredible movie. Adapting New Mutants Annual as like a musical film. I mean, some people did like a sort of a fan film music video, like fan music video. What breed is Casey? No idea. We have no idea what breed she is. She was found on Cornwall Island. Yeah, New Mutants Annual 1 is one of like the greatest comics ever. And it would have made such a fun movie. And like with the first New Mutants being Dr. Oz. Did Dr. Oz actually fucking win? Christ. Fucking. Why? Why do people vote for fucking scammers? Why do people vote for the worst fucking grifters? Yeah. Is it actually? So I'm just trying to see if I can. Is it actually confirmed that Oz won? Or is it actually he didn't win? Okay. I hope he doesn't because he is such a shitty ass fucking awful goddamn grifter. I have nothing but contempt for Dr. Oz. He has killed people. Dr. Oz is a goddamn fucking murderer, as far as I'm concerned. Hey, Strawberry Punch. The fucking snake oil that he's peddled? Fuck that son of a bitch. Yeah, sure, Samantha. I suppose I don't know if any of the snake oil. I suppose, Kermit, I don't know if any of the bullshit that he's pushed has actually killed people. Sure, Kira. I don't know if any of the bullshit he's pushed has actually killed people. I would bet on it. I would bet that some of the shit that he's peddled has actually fucking resulted in deaths. Like some of the fucking diet pills and bullshit like that. I would be surprised if the grifts that he's sold haven't killed anybody. He's certainly made people suffer. Nah, I don't really watch anyone, Kira. Hey, Carl Sagan's boner. Okay, Alien, but on his show, he's pushed so many diet pills and diet fads and pseudo medicine. Like on his show, he pushed tons of pseudo medicine. Just absolute massive amounts of pseudo medicine pushed on his show. And honestly, like he might be And like, oh, they're just using my name, which you gave them permission to do, I'm guessing. So yeah, Dr. Oz is just fucking garbage. And honestly, the fact that Dr. Oz has a TV career is why I will never be able to like Oprah Winfrey. Do I drink tea? I do not, Kermit. I really don't. Like, I will never be able to like Oprah because she also pushed a lot of pseudoscience and platformed Dr. Oz and Dr. Phil, a couple of fucking grifters. Chainsaw Man anime? No, I've never watched it. Do I miss my? Of course, I miss my friend Rico. I did see that she like came out in support of Fetterman. But yeah, Julia, Oprah has no idea that I exist. Like Oprah's absolutely done some good shit as well. Oprah's helped a lot of people, but she's also pushed a lot of harmful bullshit. Hey, Jezebel. Like, for all the good that Oprah's done, she's also done an assload of harm. Address Oprah cooking a child for Thanksgiving last year. That's fine. Whatever. I'm fine with her doing that. Right, alien tourists. And she's also done a lot of harm, is my point. Such as fucking Dr. fucking Oz getting a platform. I do, Smokey. Yeah, there was that writer. I mean, whatever. She's kind of like she has a history of being gullible. She falls for shit really easily. So there was that writer who was that Million Little Pieces, whoever that jackass was, who wrote what was basically fiction and sold it as autobiography. And then, holy shit, did she ever? I will say, I think that she ended up being almost like she took it really personally and she went after the guy really hard. Not that the guy didn't deserve it, but Oprah's a great philanthropist. She is. James Fry, yeah. There you go. Sweet Samsaris. James Fry. Thank you. Yeah, she is a great philanthropist. And she's also done a lot of harm. And I will say, I've never heard anything bad about, or not that I can think of. Like, I've never heard of anything. Hey, Chrissy Cupcakes. Like, I've never heard of Oprah, like, abusing staff or being unpleasant to people or being disrespectful to people. I can't think of anything I've heard of her for that. The way, say, Ellen uh, was alleged to be really shitty to people on her staff. Um, I haven't Smoky Vibe. I haven't gotten rid of any comics yet. Smoky Vibes. I do want to. So, like, Oprah does also seem to be a genuinely warm person. somebody who like does want to help people and who is nice to people, but she's also done some serious harm. Like there's just no getting around the fact that Oprah has done genuine harm. Um, she's platformed Dr. Oz and Dr. Phil. She's promoted all sorts of fad diets uh, and pseudo medicine. Um, she platformed. You're not. I can see you, Steph. She platformed Jenny McCarthy and McCarthy's anti-vax bullshit, which has killed people. Like diseases that don't like the diseases that were wiped out have made a return because of Oprah. Like there's no getting around the fact that like polio is making a comeback because of goddamn Oprah. Measles are making a comeback because of fucking Oprah. There's like, hey, Brer Rabbit. There's no getting around the fact that Oprah, by no, Jessica, it's not a reach because without that huge platform that McCarthy got, that sort of that anti-vax movement, I don't think would have gotten anywhere near as much push. Well, no, she was on Oprah as well, Jennifer. Chip, I am blaming the return of wiped out diseases on the anti-vax movement, which Oprah did platform. Fine, Steph. Allegedly. But yeah, like Oprah has immense reach and influence. Like it can't be underestimated. Like you can't understate just how powerful Oprah is. Millions of people watch her and take what she says seriously. Millions of people believe that what happens on Oprah. One thing I will note, Allie, right now, I am not talking about the COVID vaccines. I want to make clear when I talk about anti vaxxers, I'm not talking about the COVID vaccines. I'm talking about, you know, from 15, 20 years ago when a handful of assholes started pushing the idea that vaccines caused autism. That's what I'm talking about, is the completely debunked, completely fucking false idea that vaccines caused autism. That was what Jenny McCarthy was pushing. I remember Jim Carrey jumping onto that. A few other celebrities jumped onto it. A bunch of people jumped onto it. Hey, Shirley Best. And by the way, as an autistic, as someone who is probably autistic, fuck the anti-vaxxers for thinking that autism is such a terrible thing. You know, that I haven't heard about, Snooner. Like they have this ridiculous idea that autism is just this horrible thing to have, and it's like, what causes autism? No idea, astronaut cat. Not vaccines. KDM? Probably. I am probably on the spectrum. Ashley, I am not diagnosed, just suspecting. Brer Rabbit, my understanding is that Asperger's is no longer diagnosed, or is no longer a diagnosis. They've just completely dropped Asperger's as a diagnosis that they give out. It's just autism spectrum. Spectrum disorder, or something like that, Chrissy. I did, Jessica, but even then, it's what I ate today. I had some hot dogs, chicken raw AF. I had hot dogs. Lola, don't diagnose. I mean, I've seen enough I've seen enough actually autistic people make the point that sometimes you do kind of have to self-diagnose, but on the same side, at the same time, there's a lot of people who self-diagnose who probably aren't, and who are using it as an excuse to be assholes. Sure, Jezebel, and she was wrong. She was wrong. She was relying on a really shittily done study. Like she was, and by the way, she was relying on a really poorly done study by a guy who was trying to sell an alternate form of storing vaccines. Like the guy who came up with the hi, yes sir. Like the guy who came up with that study, you're not blocked, Barney. He was like, he had his own shit that he was trying to sell. He came up with it. Like his study was pretty much like, oh, I need to discredit this vaccine. You're not blocked, Michaela. Sure, Barney. Yeah, like vaccines were like stored in one method, and he was, or like preserved, I should say. They were preserved in one method, and he was trying to sell a separate way of preserving them. I had to pick up a dingleberry from your cat. Yeah, that happens. You're not blocked, Snooner. So, like, the dude who came up with the study, was bullshitting. Like, the guy was bullshitting. He made it up. And nobody, and like everybody was, like everybody else in the scientific community was like, yeah, this study is terrible. Hey, KW, you're not blocked. Yeah, it's like, man, this is a terrible study. This is just done horribly. I'm not speaking about Elon Musk right now. I'll shit on Elon Musk in a few minutes. I'll shit on Elon Musk in a few minutes, Bernie. So, like, Allie, I mean, one part of it is diagnosis is possible now. Like, that's a big part of it, is just people have gotten better about diagnosing it. 40 years ago, autism was not really well known. People didn't really know about autism 40, 50 years ago. People have become more aware of it. It's getting diagnosed more. Is it possible that there's some, is it possible that there is some level of environmental side of it? Maybe. Sure, astronaut. She wanted to consider every possible cause, but she still went in. She still went in on an absolute fraudulent uh, research paper. And she pushed the idea that that vaccines caused autism despite a lack of any actual scientific evidence. Like, there was no scientific evidence about it. Nothing. There is nothing in the scientific literature to suggest that it actually is an actual thing. Junk science. Yes, tell you. It was junk science. And she was presenting it as like a definite thing. Do I shower daily? Not daily. I usually usually every other day, Barney, that I shower. So yeah, there are mumps and polio and diseases that were pretty much eradicated that are making a comeback, and quite frankly, Oprah, by having anti-vax people on her show, definitely contributed to that. Lindemont could have been the Diet Pop. Well, I've never had diet soda, so that wouldn't play a role for me. I seriously hope not One-Eyed Ghoul. Dr. Oz is just an absolute fucking grifter. He's a absolute shitty fucking lying piece of shit. He is a lying sack of shit. If Dr. Oz is speaking, then you better believe that he's lying. Chris Law? Right now, I'm talking about Dr. Oz being just a lying sack of shit. A lying, grifting, absolute slime bag. I don't know what Baby Bop is, Zach. So yeah. Just got back from not voting for him. Good. That man deserves to get absolutely destroyed, and yet it's probably going to be pretty close, which is just nonsense to me. Linda, do I own a kilt? I don't. I want to get a kilt. Am I a fan of Putin? No, I can't say that I am a fan of Putin. Smoky vibes. Hey, Mama Mimosa. Favorite part about Calvin? I mean, I don't know. It's just I like the castles. I like going around Edinburgh. I really like Edinburgh during the Fringe Festival. Like, I really like the Fringe Festival. It's really interesting. And Xi Jinping. Yeah, I don't know as much about him, but I'm gonna go ahead and guess not a fan of him. Like, I'm just gonna go ahead and guess that there's probably a lot about Xi Jinping that I disagree with. Who would win in a fight, Deadpool or Iron Man? I mean, it would depend on what the story needed, Snooner. Like those answers always, like those questions. The answer is always depends on what the story needs. Do I think war between China and Taiwan will happen? I really hope not. What are my thoughts on people that shill out for corporations? I don't get it. Like, I don't get that. Like, people who stand for billionaires and for corporations and all that shit. Like, I don't understand. No problem, Adele. Anyway, somebody wanted proof of life. See? The ugly thing is cleaning herself. She's still alive. For whichever Jessica it was who wanted proof of life. Kelly, did I watch Chantel's video vlogs? No, I haven't. When is the festival like? August, I believe. I believe the Edinburgh Fringe Festival, I think, is August. Lexi, no, in the US. Most of my viewers are American. West Coast last. I had hot dogs. Is Jubilee is actually powerful. The thing with Jubilee is that she holds back a lot. Because she doesn't want to hurt people. Like, Jubilee doesn't want to hurt people, so she restrains herself a lot. But she could blow a head off with ease. She can, like, canonically, she can probably detonate matter on a subatomic level. What comics am I getting rid of? I mean, just a lot of Marvel shit. Your fiance's favorite X-Men? Yours is Gambit? No. Well, Snooner, yes, but not Logan. Logan would not hook up with Jubilee. Laura absolutely has hooked up with Jubilee. Don't have to tell long stories when I answer questions, but I like to. But yeah. So yeah, Logan Wolverine, absolutely not. He sees her as a daughter. Jubilee is a daughter to Logan. But Laura Wolverine has hooked up with her, would hook up with her again happily. Kermit, yeah, I want to get rid of. There's like 6 boxes of comics that I want to get rid of. Everyone should be a daughter to Logan. He's old. Yeah. Snooner. So they are banging now. There was an attraction between them in the comics that just never got acted upon. Movies came along and basically made them and really pushed that to a ridiculous amount. Hey, fight hate. Lend them on. I mean, I don't know that there's much point in selling them to a comic shop. So yeah, so like the movies really pushed the attraction between them in a way that I just had rolled my eyes at. They are banging now. Jean, Scott, and Logan are currently in a polycule. Smokey? Nah, I'm not subscribed to anybody on YouTube, actually. And threesome, yes, but no, Snooner. The term is polycule. The term is polycule. They're in a polyamorous relationship. Also, while those three are specifically a polycule, they are like it is also an open relationship in general. So, like Scott is probably still hooking up with Emma once in a while. Logan hooks up with other women once in a while. Um, Gene's probably fine hooking up with other guys. I imagine Gene's probably hooked up with other guys. Have I ever tried pineapple? I have tried pineapple, Jennifer. I did not like it. I did not enjoy pineapple when I had it. I didn't block anybody, Barney. I was unhiding some comments. House tour? Nah. Favorite food? I don't know. Snooner. In the comics, not anymore. Back in the 80s, it was revealed that Magneto was the father of Quicksilver and the Scarlet Witch. What, 10 years ago? There was an event a few years ago, maybe 10 years ago, maybe less, Axis, where where it was revealed that, oh no, he wasn't their father after all. Why did the MCU make Scarlet evil? I don't know. I don't know, Anunnaki. Lady Diana? Yeah, I mean, Lady Diana was great. Why did everyone hate WandaVision? I mean, I liked WandaVision. I enjoyed it. My view on WandaVision was the same as it is on everything else in the MCU. Yeah, that was enjoyable. Not bad, Smokey. Where have I been in the US? Messina in upstate New York. Just right across the border from Cornwall. Do you think Batman and Robin ever explored each other's bodies? They did not. A plus. No. Kind of thought the last movie was boring. Which was the last movie? Oh, good night, Killface. Yeah, what was the last movie Chrissy was at? Thor was the last one, right? I haven't watched it. I imagine if I had watched Thor 4, I imagine my reaction would have been, yeah, that was enjoyable. Why is Quicksilver played by different actors in the movies? Snooner, because of different studios. The Avengers movies were from Marvel Studios. The X-Men movies were from Fox Studios. Female Thor was a disappointment, and I love Natalie Portman. That's a shame. That's a shame. So yeah, it's just Quicksilver was actually Endgame. I enjoyed Endgame. I didn't like that they killed Black Widow. Like, if I'm honest, it would have made more sense for Hawkeye to be the one who died. What is the best future X-Men in the cartoon? I'm not sure what you mean by that, Snooner. Hi, Barney. Opposites crash on Natalie Portman. I mean, she's a good-looking woman, good-looking girl. Smokey, I made myself some hot dogs. It is not vodka, it's water. And the Sentinels are ruling what is the best X-Men in the cartoon. I'm still not like the best like alternate. You mean like the best alternate future, or like the best alternate timeline for the X-Men? Because there aren't any, frankly. There's very few. There are very few alternate time. There are very few alternate futures for the X-Men that go well. They're almost all. They're almost all either bad futures or just really shitty written stories. Like the only Conan, I don't know. I've never really cared much about Conan Kermit. Like, there's the future of X-Men: The End, where Kitty Pryde becomes president of the United States. So, you know, technically a good future, but the story is shit. X-Men: The End is just a really bad comic. Anunnaki, how would X-Men defeat Thanos? Um, I imagine it would be a lot of power and a lot of planning. DeSantis won Florida. Yeah. I'm not surprised, Jennifer, that DeSantis won Florida, considering how much work he put in to rigging the system in his favor. Considering how gerrymandered the state is and the amount of voter suppression that takes place in Florida, I'm honestly not surprised. Who's better, Iceman or Pyro? I mean, Iceman's vastly more powerful, but Pyro is a writer. He gave Republican cities more time to vote. Yep. Yeah, there were 3 counties. Like, there were 3 Republican heavy counties that were hit pretty hard by hurricane. And DeSantis sort of extended early voting for them, I think, or extended mail-in voting or something. There was another primarily Democratic county that was hit just as hard, and he just told them to fuck off. Do Rogue and Wolverine hook up? They probably, they probably have. Maybe. Have I ever tried shrimp? No. Am I drinking Sprite? I'm not actually drinking Sprite. And like there was like the voting map that DeSantis put forward was grossly gerrymandered. A plus. Do I believe in ghosts? I do not believe in ghosts. Maram, I do not work for the government. Like DeSantis pushed a voting district map that even congressional Republicans thought was horribly gerrymandered. Even Republican Florida Republicans were like, "Man, that's a pretty unfair map, Ron." So, yeah, I mean, it's not. Would I be in favor for a PG-13 Deadpool in the MCU? Why not? So yeah, I'm not surprised that DeSantis won because he did everything in his power as governor to guarantee his own victory. Gerrymandering, voter suppression, everything. Will I do the Ouija board? No, I will not. Was Leaf Schreiber a good saber? He didn't have a chance to be a good Sabretooth. Fuck off, yes, sir. DeSantis is a piece of shit. So fuck off. You're not blocked, Gail. So just shut the fuck up, yes, sir, before I block you yet again. Fucking jackass. Yeah, he is. Yes, sir. He's a piece of shit. And you shut the fuck up or I will block you again. You block evading jackass anyway. Like, seriously, yes, sir. Shut the fuck up about your DeSantis defending. Because I don't want to fucking see it. And I will fucking block you again. Because I've blocked you before and you keep fucking evading my blocks. So stop with that shit. Stop trying to fucking provoke me. Shut the fuck up. Excited for James Gunn Lobo? Oh, he's doing a Lobo film? I was unaware. Who is the strongest villain in all of comics? I mean, depends on the story, Snooner, is what it really comes down to. It genuinely just, whatever the story needs. The strongest villain is whoever the story needs to be the strongest. That's really what it comes down to. Did he feel fucking... I have not watched Cyberpunk. Did Oz actually fucking win? What about the World Eater? Believe it or not, there actually are people more powerful than Galactus. There are beings more powerful than Galactus. Jennifer? Oh yeah, he will. Of course, he's going to announce that he's running for president, and Trump is also going to announce that he's running for president. Just Christ, that's just spooky. I don't give a shit about the Ouija board. I don't want it. It's stupid. The Ouija board is stupid. Who's the new Witcher? Yeah, didn't they cast a Hemsworth to take over as the Witcher in the show? I'm not watching the show anyway, so it's not for me. Yeah, Liam Hemsworth, right. I have no interest in weed. Tarot cards and that could... Yeah, I don't care. I don't believe in that shit. I don't believe in that nonsense. Why? Why would I try it? We hope Jason Momoa gets Lobo. I'm sure he'd have a fun time with it. Not something I would watch anyway. I think I read one Lobo comic. Who would win in a fight, Cyclops or Iceman? I mean, it comes down to what the writer wants to do. You know, Iceman is vastly more powerful. Cyclops is smarter. It's like it just depends on what the writer wants to do, on how the writer wants the story to go. That's really all it is. Do I enjoy alcoholic beverages? I don't. Who's the worst X-Man? Angel. Angel before he became Archangel. Like it's Angel before he became Archangel is the worst X-Man. And honestly, it's not even close in my mind. Like genuinely, in my mind, it's not even close. He was useless. He was always completely useless. Toad is gross. Yeah, but he wasn't an X-Man. Kerman? I mean, I would argue that the ability to learn quickly is a better indicator of intelligence than simple knowledge. I don't know how. I genuinely do not understand how anybody supports Donald Trump. I just do not understand it at all. The blue Winston. Nightcrawler. Chrissy, Nightcrawler is good. He's always been a good one. Yeah, Trump is just a liar. Beyond the norm. Like beyond what is normal in politics. Donald Trump is an absolute fucking liar. If he's speaking, he's lying. Beyond any other politician ever. He lies. It is ridiculous the extent to which he lies. Yes, Laura. And Trump is a liar even by those standards. Even by political standards. Trump lies so fucking much. Thousands of lies over the course of the 4 years he was president. Just the time he was president. He lied thousands of times. Like every fucking word out of his mouth is somehow a goddamn lie. It is Snooner. I mean, Snooner. What I would note is, have you ever watched Orphan Black? Like, Tatiana Maslany played like every character on Orphan Black. Is he worse? Oh, absolutely worse than Biden. Biden sucks. Biden's shitty. I'm not going to defend Biden. Biden sucks. Biden sucked for decades. Green screens? I mean, pretty much. Just clever editing. Gothic luck. I mean, there's reconciliation shit that's been going on for the past couple of years. Pretty much not. Yeah, like I will say, like I do not like Biden at all. I haven't liked Biden. Like I've never liked Biden. He's always been he's always been an establishment centrist. He sucks. I'm not going to defend that guy. Trump is way worse. What, Hillary? Yeah. I do think that Biden should, yeah, in the next few days, Biden should announce that he will not be seeking re-election. No, Trump is a shitty businessman and also a liar for a lying philanthropist. Like philanthropist? No, no, he's a grifter. He uses his charities to enrich himself. Filed for bankruptcy multiple times. He lost money on a casino. Like, Bubble, he started off rich. Trump started off rich. He did New York. Fuck you. No, Kermit, I don't think I can. But like, he owned a casino and somehow went bankrupt. That casino went bankrupt. How shitty do you have to be when you to lose money when you own the house? You know? So many of his business ventures ended up failing. He got into subprime mortgages in like 2007. Um, Round to Ottawa. Cool, good for him. So yeah, he routinely like his businesses routinely failed. He actually had to be removed from the operation of multiple of his own businesses. Like there were at least two of his businesses that, as part of bankruptcy hearings, he was no longer allowed to be part of the operations of those businesses. Angry. I have not seen Image of Ironheart. Helmet has cornrows. Okay, so Atman. Honestly, I would guess probably not. I would guess that they probably didn't end up working for him. So yeah, like he's actually like he's a legitimately bad businessman. What Trump the only thing Trump is good at is putting his name on shit. That's his that's it. He presents himself as rich. So that's he was born, what's the expression? Born on third base and thinks he hit a home run. That's the you ever hear that expression? He was born on third base and thinks he hit a home run. Like that absolutely describes Trump. Like he wants to present himself as a self-made man when he was born extremely rich. Oh yes, A plus. Yes. Born on third and thinks he hit a triple. Thank you. Thank you, A plus. Born on third and thinks he hit a triple. Yes. Is Robert Pattinson the best Batman? I don't know. Thoughts on Melania? She's an asshole too. Adam West, best Batman. Definitely. Yeah, absolutely sweet Samsara. And as for the idea that Trump is a philanthropist, no, he absolutely is not a philanthropist. He uses his charities to enrich himself. That's all he does. Bale was. You know what my issue with Bale was? I had two issues with Bale. First of all, his Batman voice got really annoying really fast. Second, he wasn't a detective. And I'll be honest, like, I feel like there has never been a Batman film that actually there's never been a Batman film that actually really presents Batman and Bruce Wayne as being the same person. And I feel like that's an oversight. Bubbles, Harley Quinn, but she's his ex. She's his ex. That was a horribly abusive relationship, and she is now her main love interest now is Poison Ivy. Team Edward or Team Jacob? I'm not a fan of either. Punchline is the one. Yes, I think I heard about that, Kermit. Punchline is the new one as Joker's girlfriend. I assume that is a less abusive relationship, Kermit. How far away is the library school? I mean, there's one in Ottawa. It's be like an hour and a half bus to get there, an hour or so on the bus to get there. Who's the best Joker? I don't know. I mean, Cesar Romero was obviously great, and I did love Jack Nicholson as Joker. Fair enough, Kermit. Katie, no, not a bachelor's degree. I have a 2-year diploma. Heath Ledger. My issue with Heath Ledger, he did a good performance, but it never felt like the Joker. Like Heath Ledger's Joker just never actually felt like the Joker to me. Poison Ivy. Well, Poison Ivy is a Batman villain antagonist. If you ever watched Batman and Robin, she was one of the villains in that. Um, she's been in obviously a bunch of the other stuff as well. She's a plant lady. Memento. Yeah, I watched Memento. Yeah, Poison Ivy like controls plants and honestly thinks plants are better than people and wants to wipe out humanity to protect the planet. It was Catwoman. Uh, from the Batman. I mean, she was okay. Dune, no, never watched Dune. Never read it either. Yep, Uma Thurman is Poison Ivy. Yep. Hey, hubris. You're not wrong, Churgers. Who's the best James Bond? I don't know. I've never actually watched any Bond movies. Currently reading Game of Thrones. Plan to start Witcher after. Cool. Um, so yeah. Would have loved Idris Elba as Bond. he would have been really good because he is a sexy motherfucker and like charming, and he can deliver a one-liner. He would have been really good. Hey, Barney. Because I mean, honestly, like Idris Elba has everything you want in a Bond. Sexy, charming, funny. Yeah. Black. I mean, so what if he's black? Like, it's. What do I think of Idris Elba being Sophie Trudeau? Nobody in the world would blame her for it. Peter Griffin? I liked early Family Guy. Black Adam? No, haven't watched Black Adam. Do I ever wish I weren't white? Not really. No, I mean, I am what I am. I mean, it's not like being another color would have made my life any easier, so. Mexican or Mediterranean? I think I probably prefer Mediterranean. Donald? Yeah, Idris Elba is in. Yeah, you're right. Idris Elba is English. He is an English guy, which is what you want. Am I getting a job? I don't know. Do I like ceviche? I'm gonna guess probably not. Seafood? Then yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't like it. No, Laura. Because the thing is, Laura, like one of the core aspects of Wakanda is that it's an African country that has never been colonized. Like that's central to Wakanda's whole premise, is that it's the one African country that stood strong against colonization, never suffered uh, the pains from colonization. So, you know, obviously, people are going to be primarily black, and obviously, the leaders are going to be black. Uh, Having said that, there's absolutely potential for future Black Panthers, like, alternate future timeline Black Panthers to be mixed race. What about albino? Yeah, I mean, albino, yeah. Yeah, I heard about that, Gail. How to destroy a social media platform in one fucking step. Of course he was one-eyed cool. That's why I don't fuck with Joe Rogan, as they say. Um One thing I do want to mention is Chala in the comics, Black Panther does have a white half brother or adopted brother. I forget if he's adopted or if he's actually, I think adopted. He does have a white adopted brother. Lake Atman. She's mixed, but she's still black. Indeed, he is. Chrissy Cupcakes, weirdo deadbeat father, indeed. Oh, good night, Zozo. So, I mean, you could absolutely do a what if story where the brother, Hunter, became Black Panther. Yeah, that's absolutely a story you could tell. Kermit. Africa is absolutely is developing. It is improving. It's a slow process, but it is happening. Hope Elon Musk destroys Twitter. He seems to be trying his level best. Elon looks like a naked cat with patches of hair on his head. I can see it. Would I move to Africa? No, because I wouldn't speak the languages. I wouldn't speak the languages in any of the countries there. Not particularly, Lindsay. No, I don't really like any seafood. South Africans speak English. It is one of the languages they speak, yes. But well, English is like a second language in a lot of. Or I think English is sort of like, yeah, I guess sort of like a secondary language in a lot of countries. British? No, nothing to do with racism. It wouldn't move to France either. Would I ever move to Israel? No. They are, yeah. There are a fair number of countries in Africa that are like legitimately well developed. Is the India a superpower yet? Yeah, I would say it is. UAE? No, I wouldn't. I mean, the truth is, there aren't a lot of countries that I want to move to. Could Magneto rip Colossus apart? I would think so. Scandinavian countries? Yeah, they seem nice. Like, I think the only other country that I would be okay with living in would be Scotland. And even then, I'd be reluctant because, again, language barrier. Would I ever move to Scotland? Yeah, that's what I was just saying. Like, Scotland, maybe, but I don't know. There would be a language barrier. You think that they speak English in Scotland, but if you've ever heard a Scottish person speak, Mecca, too hot. Lola, because I just sucked at it. Can't see the screen anymore. Sorry. Tail in my way. Am I Scottish? Yeah, my mom is from Scotland. My mom was born and raised in Scotland, so still got. Produce. Do I think I'm good in bed? I have no idea. I think I'm okay. Hey, nut salsa. I think I'm adequate. Does my mom have an accent? Sometimes, Nancy. Usually not much of one. Sometimes it comes back. Or is it true people from Scotland are very careful with their money? You mean, are they cheap? I would imagine it delivers, or it depends. I'd imagine it varies from person to person. Does my cat talk like in Kiki's delivery? No, she does not. See your face? That salsa. Has it really been 8 years? Uh, Closing in on 9. Close to 9 years now. Did I eat good food when I visited Scotland? Yeah, I mean, we went to McDonald's occasionally. Dad is from Newfoundland, and he's English, Irish, Scottish, and your mom is German, English, French, Dutch. Yeah, that sounds about right for Newfoundland. Chrissy Cupcakes. 9 years since I got laid. It's been 9 years since I had sex. What do I think about Jews? They're good people. The Jews are good people. Yeah, it's not that big a deal. Do I remember how to have sex? That is not at all what I meant, Zach. That is honestly an offensive thing to say. What kind of sex? I mean, regular? Missionary, doggy, and cowgirl? Last girlfriend I had was, you know, did like, last girlfriend I had did like anal as well. Yeah, which sucks, sweet Samsara. Got a flashlight? Nah. Katie Ann, I still like women. I don't like men. I mean, it didn't get on my penis. I used condoms, obviously. Nancy, when I transition, will I be the receiver? I don't know. Wait and see. Zach, yeah, I think Chantal did briefly have a sponsorship from Adam and Eve. Am I gonna make a hub? What's a hub? Has transition? Still frozen. Kerman? Uh Kerman, you're aware that like strap-ons are a thing, right, Kerman? Yes, I have voted. No produce. I don't think I'll do that. To who? For a long time, I was. I did vote in the last provincial election. And I voted. in one federal election. First federal election when I moved up to Ottawa, I think. AM, to an extent. Do I support freedom of speech? To an extent, AM. Chrissy Cupcakes. My understanding is that it's different. It's like it's not that autism makes you want to transition or anything like that. It's more what I have read, the speculation, the theory I've read. Because like it's autistic people are more likely to be queer in any fashion. Katie Ann was Foodie my last girlfriend. No, she was not. Do I keep up with American politics? Only a little bit. Like I like just what I see. Hey, Jamu. Only what I see on Twitter, really. So I don't pay that much attention to it. Anyway, so like autistic people are more likely to come out as queer in any fashion. Lesbian, gay, bisexual, trans, asexual, whatever. Autistic people are statistically more likely to just be some kind of queer. The theory I've read for that is that because it's basically down to them spending more time in their heads, engaging in more self-reflection, and so being more likely to come to that sort of realization about themselves. What speech do I want to restrict? I mean, I'm in favor of restrictions on hate speech, for example. No, it's not a watch it all Anunnaki. It's just a bracelet. Not that, Zach. It's plenty of straight people do engage in self-reflection. Magnet? No, I don't think Magne's getting bad. How did I meet my last girlfriend? Dating site. Laura? She broke up with me, actually, Laura. She didn't give a reason. Who's my favorite Jonas brother? Donnie? Last time I had a shower? Today. I showered today, AM. No, veiled. It's not her. My dating stuff now. I haven't actually. It's been forever since I've actually opened a dating site. Date story time videos. Not much to say about it really. Am I going to be dating more girls soon? Probably not. When did I last leave the apartment? I don't really remember. Sarah Huckabee Sanders one. Ugh. What do I think of the new Drake album? I think Drake's an asshole nut. Nut salsa. Which site did I use? I used OkCupid and Plenty of Fish. And I did create a Tinder profile as well. Moisturize more. I know. That's awesome. Yeah, Drake himself has been involved in all sorts of really bad shit. Like Drake himself just sucks. Like what? Let me refresh myself on that. Wasn't he involved in some sort of? Wasn't there some sort of like grooming shit that he got involved in at one point? Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, whatever. There's way too much stuff there. I don't know. He's been involved in some shit. Drake grooms younger girls. That's what I thought. AM. I thought I remember reading about him engaging in some grooming shit. Is this the Degrassi affiliation? Well, Zach Matulis just made it clear that he is an anti-Semite, so fuck that guy. I'm not going to repeat what Zach said that got him banned, but needless to say, it was pretty fucking grossly anti-Semitic. So, corpse, I put the leftover. I actually already ate the leftovers. So, and you'll see the couple that hung up the chick from Stranger Things, and her neighbor complained, so she had to take it down. I did not, Bubbles. Which Mystique was better? I mean, I would say Rebecca Romaine was the better Mystique, but some of that did also come down to the writing. I'll be honest. I thought all the First Class movies were shit. That said, the original X-Men trilogy movies weren't all that great either, frankly. But I think Rebecca Romaine is hot. Of course, Rebecca Romaine is hot. Folklore trolls. I mean, they seem like pretty fun. Well, Days of Future Past, it's one of your favorite movies. Days was the least bad of the First Class films. Lord of the Rings. Yeah, I like Lord of the Rings. So yeah, like Days of Future Past was the least bad of the First Class films. Still wasn't great, but it was the least bad of that set. I think the actual worst of them, if I'm honest, was probably First Class itself. X-Men First Class was straight up fucking racist. Like I'll say it right out. X-Men First Class was a racist film. Like, they took a black guy whose power was literally that he couldn't die. Literally, that's his power. Darwin's actual, literal, genuine power is can't die. But because he's a black guy in a movie, fucking dies. Like, that is just nonsense. Meanwhile, the only other non-white person in the movie, Angel Salvador, joins the supervillains. Is a sex worker who then joins the supervillains. He's a black version of Mr. Immortal. Not quite. Mr. Immortal's whole thing is that he dies and then immediately comes back to life. Darwin's power means that he evolves to survive anything. Like, literally, you can do like literally anything. He'll immediately adapt to survive it. So how does he die? In the movie, he gets some energy shoved into him. And it's just so fucking insulting that they take the black dude whose power is can't die and kill him because he's black. So yeah, fuck First Class. And then, like I said, the only other non-white person in the movie is a sex worker who joins the bad guys. Who's my favorite superhero? Probably Kate Pryde, but I also really love Ms. Marvel, the Kamala Khan Ms. Marvel. Any new movies coming I'm excited for? I mean, I actually kind of want to watch Glass Onion, the new Knives Out movie. I do kind of want to watch that one. I liked Knives Out, so what was Knives Out? It was a murder mystery. How many steps I take a day? Very few. I take very few steps a day, I imagine. Hey, Sandra D. Corpse. Hey, Michaela. It's not a movie I talk about often. Like, I don't talk about Knives Out very often, or Knives Out very often, but Knives Out was a good whodunit. Yeah, it was. It was a fun movie. That's on Dylan Mulvaney. I know the name. I don't know who it is. I've heard the name, but I don't know anything about him. Do I still like the name Ramona? I never liked the name Ramona. That was just a name Chantel came up with for a skit. Depressed. What should I do about it? I mean, if I knew that, Michaela. Looking younger. What have I been doing? Your mom. What have I been doing, Potato? I've been doing your mom. Elizabeth. Right now, I'm kind of leaning towards Nicole. Got him. Indeed. Yeah, Carbs. It's like it's one of those things where like it was such a perfect setup, you know? No, I am. I haven't heard about the job interview. Rankin Bass adaptation of The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings. I've heard about those. I heard that they're pretty bad. No, Jennifer, not at all. Comic store in Guelph is hiring. Be a bit of a commute for me, Snooner. No, not Nicole Kidman. If you must know, Nicole DeBauer. So if you must know the not DeBoner, DeBauer. She's a Canadian actress. She was do I like Radiohead? Yeah. I used to really like Radiohead. I don't know. I find that I don't have the right mindset for him. Anyway, Nicole DeBauer. She played Esri Dax on Star Trek Deep Space Nine. What happened to NFTs? Uh, it became too obvious that they were a scam. Like nobody talks about NFTs anymore because they were a scam from the get go, and the pyramid collapsed. The scam hit a wall, and like it just. I never had any of the Big Shiny Tune CDs. Now I never had any of those. Thoughts on Timothy Chalamet? I don't. I've never watched any of his stuff. I like jokes. There's some funny jokes about his name. Yeah, so Nicole DeBauer played Esri Dax on Deep Space Nine, and I really liked Esri Dax back when I was a kid. Um, like I really related to her as somebody who was sort of trying to figure out her identity. When do I turn 39? I've got another year. I'm about to turn 38 in February. I've got another year, so 2024 I turn 39. Cube. Never watched Cube. Do I like Will Riker? Yeah, yeah, Riker was good. Man, Nicole DeBauer is 51. Nicole DeBauer is one of the most adorable 51-year-olds I've ever seen. Hey, Sandra. Yeah, apparently she's 51 and she doesn't look it. Riker with the beard is hot AF. Yeah, the beard was definitely, he needed the beard. Snooner, does Ottawa have a Comic Con? It does. I didn't go to this year's Comic Con because it sucked. It looked like it sucked. Like, I didn't go to the Comic Con this year just because it wasn't worth risking COVID, frankly. Long hair on men, yeah, I agree, Michaela. I mean, depends how you define a lot produce, but no, I don't watch. I don't watch a lot of porn. Hey, Yorkie Mama. So, yeah, I mean, for Comic Con, we'll see. We'll see if next year has anyone that's like that makes me feel worth getting out of leaving the house. What was for dinner? Hot dogs. Why do I have terrible luck dating? A lot of people do. Cosplayed? No, never cosplayed before, Chrissy. Doing Comic-Con East suck this time. Yeah. Agoraphobic? Not agoraphobic, no, just lazy. Do I have words blocked? Of course I have words blocked. Deep condition my hair? Not enough hair left. Trying to get my fiance to be Zach or Cloud, since I'm going to be Tifa. Sounds fun. He could be Aerith. Just saying it, Chrissy. Aerith. Go outside. Pass. I don't want to go outside, Barney. Favorite Patrick Stewart role, Picard or Professor? Oh, Picard. Of course, Picard. I grew up on Next Generation. Yeah, you still could, Kerman. You can still cosplay as those characters. Whatever, go vegetarian. I don't think so, Michaela. John Luck Pickard. Anyway, it's been a couple hours, so I think I'm ready to call it. If I could build a holodeck, what would I do with it? I don't know. Chihiro outfit, nice. Asian King of the Brits. Why not? Thoughts on the? Yeah, that was a weird episode, Snooner. That was a very weird episode. Just all around a weird ass episode. Dinner polls? No, I don't think I would do dinner polls. Kermit? No. Why would it look silly? Like, I don't see why it would look silly at all. I'm sure you could find a shit ton of examples out there already of Asian people dressed up as knights. Cosplay is fun, you know? Indeed, Chrissy. I was just thinking about that, Chrissy. Yeah. Tons of bearded dudes dressed up as Sailor Moon. It's all about fun. Cosplay is all about having fun. So whatever you want to be, you do that. You be what you want to be. Actually, you want a good example? I mentioned earlier, Ms. Marvel, the Kamala Khan Ms. Marvel. She is Pakistani American. There are white people who cosplay as her, and nobody has an issue with it because it's, you know, they love the character, they relate to the character, and they're honoring the character. So it's, an Asian guy dressed up as a knight. The only people who would have an issue with that are racist douchebags. Like, the only people who would object to an Asian man dressed up as a knight are racist douchebags whose opinions don't fucking matter worth one shit. And yes, Nikayla, yes. I am going to be ending the live here. A little over 2 hours, so I think I'm ready to end the live. So yeah. Good night to you. And I'm sure I'll be back tomorrow. Not sure if I'll do cooking video tomorrow or not. Or a cooking stream. I'm not sure if I'll do a cooking stream tomorrow. See how I feel. I might just fry myself some hamburgers, honestly. Or a dress. Probably not. Probably not tomorrow. Kermit, yeah, I think Rings of Power had black women. Had a black woman. So yeah. So yeah. Probably just fry myself some burgers tomorrow. So I probably won't do a cooking video, cooking stream tomorrow. So, not sure where they are. So no, you can't, Yorkie. Sorry. Yeah. Good night.